G'day guys, welcome back. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Wildcard, have you ever seen a rigged match of rugby? Now, I think I have, actually. And ironically, it's a rugby league match in 2004 between America and Australia. And believe it or not, in this match, it looked like it was going to be an absolute blowout for the Americans. Yes, it looked like the Americans was going to blow out the Australian Kangaroos by 100 points. That's how bad this was for the first 30 minutes or so before Australia just easily cruised themselves back into the game. It was like 3 or 4 tries that was unanswered to the Americans. And then the Australians just swooped in like 6 tries in the second half and won the match. If there was ever an actual rigged match of rugby, that would have been it. It wasn't recognized as a rigged match. But hey, go watch it yourself, the highlights on YouTube, and make your own decisions on that one. But when it comes to this game, clearly it was not rigged, okay? I want to say, to put that in very, very, very clear terms. But I think there was a very, very questionable performance from the number 14 player of the Chiefs, Imoni Narawa. This guy. Believe it or not, the Crusaders score 5 tries. 4 out of the 5 tries was through Narawa. Or he was involved. Yeah. So, I'm just going to show you. I just think this is a little bit fishy, but you can tell me, did he just have an off day or if there's something going on here? Okay? So, yes, this was the first try. It was on the opposite wing, right? This is the second try. So, you can see that there's a bit of an overlap. Johnny McNichol is out on the wing, and this is Narawa, right? You can see that is an overlap here. And the player was tackled just short. He saw the ball lost, and he knew there was an overlap. And he decided to counteract, leaving a massive gap open, overlap out wide for Johnny McNichol to score the second try. Like you can see he just goes for the counteract when the ball is clearly lost. He can see the ball is clearly lost. And you can see there was an overlap because he was the last person as defender. And living into the second try. And the third try, 1-on-1 on his wing. Him against, who's this guy? I don't know. So him against the number 8 from the Crusaders. Missed tackle, 1-on-1. Second try for the Crusaders. Okay? A third try for the Crusaders. I'm sorry. Move on. This is the fourth try for the Crusaders. The Crusaders hooker, right? What's his name? He has to be the fastest hooker in the history of rugby. George Bell. That's right. He ran through a nice little gap from the Crusaders play. Ran through the gap. And he was running sideways to kind of dodge the tackle from the Jacobs for the number 10. You can see Narawa is not that far off, right? He's on the 22-meter line, and Bell is running an angle into the corner. Narawa, as a winger, should be able to catch this guy. He got nowhere near him. George Bell could be the fastest winger ever in the history of rugby, right? To outpace an All Black capped winger, right? In the distance, if you know your trigonometry, he's running sideways and Narawa is running straight. If you know your trigonometry, the person running sideways has to cover more distance to the try line than the person running straight. So somehow he's not only outrunning Narawa, but he's running a longer distance than him to the try line. Anyway, math is hard. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he must be the fastest guy ever in the history of rugby, hooker ever, right? And then this intercept, again, Narawa was a sweeper, right? And the angle that he ran was, you can go watch it himself. He was just drifting. He was a sweeper coming around wide. Ioane could either go for him or go for Stevenson, and he was basically in a bit of a weird angle that was very obvious, and was picked up by Johnny McNichol for the 4th try for the Crusaders. And sorry, that was the 5th try for the Crusaders. So 2nd try, 3rd try, 2nd try, 3rd try, 4th try, 5th try, all involved the same person, Narawa. And let's look at his performance in attack. Now, this is one example where I was like, what? I was just baffled, right? The Chiefs made a break. He found himself a nice gap. There was literally so many options around him, right? Several Reese is already like out of position to tackle him. So it's just him, 1-on-1 against the fullback. He has a player inside of him. He has Anton Leonard-Brown and another player outside of there. So if he wants to throw an early pass to Anton Leonard-Brown over the top of Several Reese, that could work as well, right? He decided to kick when there is an easily 2-on-1 position here up against the fullback, and costing the Chiefs an opportunity for the try. There was literally like one guy from the Crusaders guy grounding the ball after this kick, and there was one Crusaders guy, yeah, and 4 Chiefs players swarming over the ball, wouldn't be able to get it. Let me know what's going on here. Very, very questionable. But yeah, anyway, that aside, this was a very, very highly contested game. Very physical game. The Chiefs was a little bit unclinical. And I think that without Damian McKenzie, it did look like the Chiefs was lacking a bit of an idea. It was very basic, brutal, crash balls. There was some very high phases built, and wasn't able to convert that into points so many times for the Chiefs. The Crusaders, on the other hand, was a little bit more adventurous. I felt like played a little bit more urgent at the breakdown this week, which was really good to see. A lot of really good turnovers from the Crusaders at the breakdown. And like I said, these tries are a little bit questionable in my opinion, but nevertheless, the Crusaders had to get themselves worked really hard to get themselves into positions to score these tries, which I do applaud them for their effort for that. And this has finally broken the losing streak for the Crusaders. 5 losses ever. Would never say that again, guys. This is the history-making moment. You and I will remember this for the rest of our lives as the one and only time the Crusaders lost 5 games in a row, not 6. And we can all blame the Chiefs and blame the All Blacks resting protocols for Damian McKenzie. Some of you guys say he's actually injured, but it did look like he was a little hurt for last game, heavily strapping on his legs. But this was this was what it is. A historical day for the Crusaders, and the fans for the Crusaders will be finally being able to breathe a sigh of relief. The stadium looks like half empty as well. It looked like, at least on the camera side, lots of empty seats, so maybe a win is desperately needed for the Crusaders to bring some of the fanfare back into the stadium. I thought Anton Leonard-Brown played much better in the second half than he did in the first half. Really stepped up and really showed that, that All Blacks quality inside of him, digging in deep. And the Chiefs wasn't able to do the win at the end, but I thought they definitely gave it a good run towards the end of the match. Tries scored 5-4 for the Crusaders, 674 run meters to the Chiefs, 660, 117 carries for the Crusaders, 163 for the Chiefs. Man, that's a lot of running, lots of crash balls. 17 turnovers conceded for the Crusaders, 13 against the Chiefs. 192 tackles made, Crusaders, 27 missed tackles. The Chiefs only had to make 118 tackles. Just refreshed it. 118 tackles, 19 missed tackles for the Chiefs. Kicks in play, 28 for the Crusaders, 33 for the Chiefs. 2 missed conversions for the Crusaders and 1 missed for the Chiefs. Lineouts was a little bit shaky in the first half. Second half, both teams kind of got the lineouts packed. I think both of the lineouts lost for the Chiefs, at least the win in the first half. I think Crusaders lost 1 on each half out of this performance. Scrum was quite even. I thought Chiefs had a little bit stronger scrum in the first half, but that really just evaporated going into the second half. The penalties conceded 5 against the Crusaders, 8 against the Chiefs. Now, let's quickly recap some of the this game. So, yeah, 5 minutes into the game, this was a pretty interesting start. It's the first try for the Crusaders. There was a huge shot on several Reese, and it looked like there might be a high shot or something. There was a lot of oohing, howling from the fans, but the ball kind of just got passed along to the winger, to the number 9 down the wing, and then he just like chipped the ball down the sideline, and then Funaki ran up, was the fastest person from the Crusaders team, got in for the first try. 5 points, a bit of a soft try for the Crusaders in this first one. 11 minutes into the game, the Crusaders was able to build a nice bit of pressure inside the Chiefs half. There was a very obvious +1 advantage. Like I said, hands go our way. Amura almost botched this one because Amura should have just thrown the pass to his winger, Johnny McNichol, and could have gone in. But he tried to go for himself and he got tackled short from the try line, which could have been a massive mistake for the Crusaders. And like I said, Narawa, knowing there was an overlap, he saw the ball clearly lost in the breakdown. He decides to go for the counter-arc, leaving his wing wide open once again. And then, the ball just went out to McNichol. Try time, 12 points to 0 for the Crusaders. 17 minutes into the game, again, there was a nice little kick behind from the Crusaders. 17 minutes into the game, the Chiefs gets themselves in the first try. There was a nice kick behind by the Chiefs. The Chiefs managed to turn the ball back, and then the Crusaders was pretty much right against the try line. Like 5 minutes short, this was a turnover against Several Reese. The ball came out, really quick ball, huge space wide open. Narawa got the ball. He had a one player out wide as well. He goes in for the try. It was just pretty much a freebie running in, wide open space, acres of space there for him. The only way for him to not score this, to drop the ball somehow, which would have been very, very weird for that to suddenly happen. 12 points to 5 for the Chiefs. 24 minutes into the game, there was a knock on from the Crusaders. The Chiefs got the ball. What happened here? Let me have a look. So the what happened here? Colin Gray scores the try. That's right. There was a little knock on from the Chiefs. So the Crusaders turned the ball over, and then again, this was just like a one-phase play, little kick behind by the Crusaders. Chiefs knocked the ball on. I think it was knocked on. It was a turnover for the Crusaders. Yeah, the ball just spread out wide, all the way out to the wing. It was Colin Grace, number 8. That's right. He was running into the corner, and then a one-on-one tackle. Narawa misses the tackle. Grace goes into the try, into the corner. 19 points to 5. 33 minutes into the game, there was a line out for the Chiefs inside the Crusaders half. The ball kind of just quick grab, crash ball center field. The ball went out to Jacob, and then he just went through a little gap. Nice little pop offload. Nano Sortulu got the ball, and then another offload inside ball to Dyer, the big prop, went in for the second try for the Chiefs. 19 points on 22. Just before the halftime, the Chiefs were penalized for a breakdown penalty. It looked like the Chiefs had to turn the ball over, and then the referee said that one of the players was on the ground. Anton Leonard Brown was influencing the clean out, which I thought was a really, really hard call, because Anton Leonard Brown was like on the ground already, and then someone would try to clean him out when he was like not even touching the ball on the ground. And the referee said that Anton Leonard Brown affected the guy who was trying to do the clean out. Very, very tough call. This penalty. 22 points to 12 going in halftime. 3 minutes into the second half. George Bell, like I said, the Crusaders just inside the Chiefs half, and just nice little short ball to George Bell. Ran his nice little angle. He ran through, and he was the fastest hooker in the world. Ran into the corner. Nobody was able to catch him. The what's his name? Jacob almost got him, but wasn't enough. Try time for the Crusaders, 27 points to 12. 58 minutes into the game, the Chiefs starting to really lift in the game a little bit. You can tell there was a line out, there was a quick ball to Jake from the first breakdown. Jacobson got the ball, a nice little short ball to Anton Leonard-Brown, who was sweeping across behind the rocks, went into a nice gap. Try time, 27 points to 19 to the Chiefs. 66 minutes into the game, like this again. Like I said, there was a line out. There was like I showed you here in the pictures. There was a lot of people sweeping across. A lot of defenders drifting, and then Natawa was sweeping across. Ioane, not sure which option he was picking, but both players were drifting. Picked off by the McNichol. Try time, 34 points to 26. 34 points to 19. 17 minutes into the game, the Chiefs, once again, with a little clever kicking, the little kick behind. A little kick behind. Again, the Chiefs was able to recover the ball, and then just nice little running from Stevenson. He was like offloaded to the winger, and then the winger inside ball to Anton Leonard-Brown, and then offload again to Ratma, who went in for the 4th try for the Chiefs. Chasing down the last 10 minutes, the Chiefs a bit, wasn't very that polished. Was conceded a couple of good turnovers to the Crusaders. And finally, in the last minute or so, there was a line out, and there was a sick belt tackle out of the line out against the Chiefs. And then Crusaders was able to take this last 3 points, 37 points to 26, ending the game and ending the losing streak. Yeah, let me know your thoughts about the questionable performance. And thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I thought was, when I was watching this game, I really was scratching my head a little bit. So let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you think there's something fishy happening in this match. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later for more reviews. Cheers.